Today we are testing two factory 250 two-strokes from the 1990s. That is Manicq Bervoets' 1996 Suzuki 250, and this is Fred Bolley's 1999 Honda 250, and we are very lucky boys. In this video, we'll be giving these priceless machines a proper ride. We'll dive into their history and provenance and tell their world-dominating stories before we try to do the impossible and choose our favourite. But first things first, let's have a little play ride.
Let's do this. Fred Bolley, Honda 250.
Mate, my factory bike's better than your factory bike.
No, not a chance, mate.
My factory bike's faster than your factory bike.
I beg to differ.
Let's do it. How cool is this? Whoa. Brakes aren't too great. Trying to use that clutch that Bolley bent when he won the championships, not to use this.
Nice. Yeah, on the inside of him here, look at that.
Oh, really does not want to stop.
Jump into the test, let me just set the scene a little. As the 1990s got underway, the era of the Factory 500 was coming to an abrupt end. The 250 class was becoming the pinnacle of the sport. That's where the best riders were racing, and that's where the teams were putting their budgets. The Factory 250 two-strokes of the 1990s were probably the best, most advanced 250s the world has ever seen. And we've got two of them in front of us here today. Sean will be doing the main bulk of riding and testing today as a little treat for winning his third straight over 50s British Championship. And he'll be hitting the track first on the 1996 RM250 that once belonged to Manicq Bervoets. The legendary Belgian famously finished second in the world behind Stefan Everts 3 different times between 1995 and 1997, and in 1996 on this very machine he was just 9 points behind the greatest GP racer of all time when all was said and done. Synonymous with Factory Suzuki, Bervoets also won the Motocross of Nations 3 times with Team Belgian as well. We've always had a soft spot for Suzuki on this channel, so I think this is going to be fun.
So here I am, lucky enough to ride this little beauty, Manicq Bervoets factory RM250. And I'm quite surprised how well it goes, actually. I mean, the brakes aren't all that great, but it's just been sitting in a collection, so it's not going to be really. Nice to ride though. We'll have a go at that in a bit. It's so pleasant to ride. It's like, I just can't describe it. It just feels so natural. Considering it's just been sat in somebody's collection for all this time. Gliding, absolutely gliding. I think the tyres are from 96 as well, but hooks up well. Nice. Oh, this is sick, honestly. It's got tons of power. Oh man, I'm loving this right now. So, you will not believe how powerful this is for a 1996 bike, honestly. Oh, I'd love to race this at Farley. Honestly, Farley, here I come. the biggest smile on my face, honestly. Biggest smile, man. Oh.
First reaction.
Oh, I feel like a king, mate. Honestly, it's. I cannot put words. Do you know what I mean? Like, find the words to describe.
You can say it.
This is phenomenal. Honestly, it's unreal.
Very lucky
Wow,
boy today.
extremely. And once you got used to the brakes, I think they just needed bedded in because they started working a bit better. But oh man, I just had a smile on my face the whole way round. I watched Manicq Bervoets on Eurosport, you know, riding this bike, and here I am today, like riding the actual bike that he raced. His factory RM250 is what his dreams are made of. Just sick.
And now let's go and get on a factory Honda.
The day's just gonna get better.
This is the 250cc Honda that Fred Bolley rode to World Championship glory in 1999. It was the first of 2 consecutive 250cc world titles for the Frenchman. Bolley had an epic rivalry with Michael Pichon a little later in his career before he retired in 2002 at the age of 28 to pursue road racing. But the 1999 championship was a battle between Bolley, Pit Byra, David Villeman, Ryan Hughes and Manicq Bervoets. It went down to the wire between Bolley and the German Pit Byra. The king was crowned at the final round of the year. It was the USGP at Budds Creek. Interestingly, Stefan Everts managed to rile up the Americans by suggesting that they were scared to race the Europeans at this event. That led Kevin Windham to put in a late entry, and K-Dub actually walked away with the overall win ahead of Mr. Everts. Bolley had a much quieter day, but he eventually crossed the line in Moto2 to win his first world title, and the bike still bears the scars of that moment to this day.
So here I am. I'm a superstar today. I'm on Fred Bolley's factory, what he won the World Championship in '99. And nobody's ridden it since. So from winning that to now, nobody's ridden this bike. Apart from me! The story goes, over the line, he ghosted the bike, and it's still got the bent brake lever, bent clutch lever. It's just here, look. Still from the day. How sick is that? Nice power. Feels good though. Oh, brakes don't work, I know that. just an unreal bike, unreal day. I mean, to ride something like this is just, yeah, just once in a lifetime opportunity. Sick, man. Absolutely sick. Even the clutch lever. Look at that. It's actually quite good. It is for 2 fingers, you know what I mean? You think that they don't slip, so it's pretty good with 2 fingers on it. But no, just unreal. Yeah, I'm so lucky.
So we've both had a little rip on each of these machines. And now it's time to try and do the impossible. Let's pick a favourite.
Okay, so we've been very lucky boys today. We've been able to take these genuine factory 2-strokes from the 90s out on the track. We have to say a massive thank you to S Briggs Commercials and Spencer for letting us ride these. They're in his collection and he's mad enough to let us take them for a ride. Yeah. Both went out this morning. I was on that and you was on this. We had a little ride together, but then you did the main bulk of the riding today, main bulk of the testing and most of the laps. So I'll let you talk about the bike, Sean. Which one do you want to talk about first?
Yeah, because we were on the RM first, so yeah.
How was it? I'm sure everyone is desperate to know what a factory Suzuki from 1996 feels like.
Factory Suzuki, yeah. And it just, I don't know, it felt modern. It's very slim. Bit of vibration from it, but yeah, you know what I mean, you're going to expect that really. Yeah. But apart from that, it felt super modern. What I noticed with that as well, it was strong off the bottom, and then it had a zip of power, you know, nice zap of power, so it was quick and it was strong, and I really enjoyed it. But talking to Spencer's tech, he said, oh, that was set for Supercross back in the day, which explains why, because I said to him, mate, that's super strong off the bottom, and then you got this snap of power, and he said, oh, so, you know, that they set that up for Supercross, you know, apparently, and then that's what he raced, because he quite liked it, and you could tell when you rode it. The brakes, I think because it's been sat there for so long in it, the brakes were not so good.
On both of the bikes, to be fair.
Well, I thought, oh, the brakes ain't too good on that, and when I got on that, I thought, them brakes are pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I loved it. I loved every second. I couldn't stop smiling. I mean, I was supposed to do a ride and talk on this bike, but I was smiling that much and like grinning. I just didn't really say a great deal because, you know, this is a lifetime opportunity to ride a factory bike.
And you rode it well. You had it singing, you had it on song, it sounded good.
Oh, it's awesome. It was awesome, you know. And the crazy thing is like 250 GP used to be shown on Eurosport back in the day, and I used to sit there and watch it, and I've seen this bike, you know, rip around on my TV, and here I am today and riding around on it. But no, it felt super stable and super good, and I mean, it ain't been touched, has it? And they've just dragged it out and let me ride it, and it gave me that much confidence. I've done the double in the middle, which, you know, is hard enough on a modern bike, but that just sailed over it. It weren't a problem at all, even with like tyres from, you know, whatever they were. But
and then let's talk about the Honda. That pretty sure the last time this was ridden was when it crossed the finish line at the final GP to clinch the championship, and Bolley chucked it on the floor and bent the clutch lever, and it's still bent today.
You know, there's a bit of vibration from that, but this, no vibration at all. No. But it was wider, the bars felt wider, the bike felt wider. Again, just, they're factory bikes, they just like ride completely different to anything else you'll put your leg over.
Yeah, I suppose the standard CR250 from '99 was still probably a bit stiff. People maybe weren't enjoying it.
I had a '97, and it didn't feel like that in no way. I mean, this hasn't rolled a wheel since
'99, I think. Yeah, as far as we know.
So the suspension did let go, you know, within a few laps. Its fork started leaking, and the rear shock, you know, has gone as well. So you could only do so much with it because obviously, you know, that was the issue.
You got to remember that they are antiques as well, aren't they? We are riding antiques.
Yeah. The motor on that though is so smooth, all the way off the bottom, all the way through. It's just, and you would have thought these would be like muscle bikes, powerhouse bikes, where you're thinking, oh my god, this is so fast, but
it's fast, but you know, just smooth, controllable power. And you know, that's what you want in a bike, don't you? Nobody wants like massive horsepower you can't hold on to.
That's why they stopped racing 500, wasn't it? And this is the beginning of that, or this is the beginning of the 250 dominant era, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely got more snap than that, but so strong, that engine, really, really strong.
So here's a question then, if we could sneak one away and Spencer would let you take one home, which one are you taking?
Both?
I don't think you can afford both.
I don't know. I feel that if this had its suspension serviced and it was, you know, everything was done that needed to be done, because it hadn't been touched since '99, possibly. I mean, this is tough for me, but yeah, I'd probably go with a Honda. I think so. It's hard, isn't it? Because this bike, you know, was bang on. This one, unfortunately, the suspension needs servicing. But yeah.
So you're going to pick red. What do you guys reckon? Which one would you pick, red or yellow? Which one was your favourite back in the day? Which one do you think looked and sounded the best today? Let us know in the comments. Sean, go on, final pick. What are you going to do?
I was going to say, if I was one to race, yeah, not take home, race, Suzuki.
Suzuki, going yellow. Yeah. There we have it then. Again, we've been very, very lucky today. It's not been lost on us, has it?
No.
Super privileged, super lucky. Yeah. Again, a massive thank you to S. Briggs for letting us do this. He's doing some awesome things, sponsoring the youth riders here in the UK as well. So big thanks to those guys. As always, Sean, thanks very much. Thanks for you should be thanking me today, I think,
Max,
actually.
thank you very much, because you know what I mean. It's this is what happens when you win a British Championship. Do you know what I mean? This is my prize.
Congrats to Sean. He won his third in a row British 050 Championship weekend just gone. So everyone say big well done to Sean in the comments down below. But as always, my name's Max. You've been watching 999 Laser. Until next time, we'll see you at the track.